518 Sports, 518sports.com. I'm Connor Hall, and on the phone today I have a very special guest, a former Maple Hill High School standout, High Point University graduate, and a pitcher in the Tampa Bay Rays organization, Jaime Schultz. Jaime, how are you doing today?
I'm doing excellent. How are you?
I'm doing good, thanks. All right, let's get right into it. Jaime, let's flash it back a little bit to your high school days at Maple Hill, where you not only led your baseball team to a New York State title in 2009, but you did so recording 157 strikeouts in just 71 innings. That's just over 2 strikeouts per inning, which is something that most big leaguers don't even do. Take me through what that senior season was like for you.
It was a great experience. I think it was like a culmination of all the years that all the guys have played together, and it just kind of came into a good click. And I mean, it's kind of incredible what we did, and we just started rattling off some wins, and everything came together. It was an awesome experience.
Now, obviously, your coaches throughout the years of varsity baseball at Maple Hill, such as Jim Canonica and Rico Freeze, have played a vital role in your success. But looking back on it, if you had to choose one person from back here in Castleton who helped prepare you most for the future, who would it be?
I would probably have to say my dad. I can't count how many times we were out in the backyards playing wiffle ball or playing catch, and he came to every single one of my games and always had something to say and some type of helpful hand to help me out in the tough stretches. So I'd have to give that up to my dad.
So obviously he was a big help for you. In 2010, you were selected all Big South Conference second team as just a freshman at High Point University. But in 2011, you received news that you would need Tommy John surgery. Throughout that process, was there ever a doubt in your mind that you would return to your high level of pitching?
There's a lot of doubt. It's a long process, and you sit out for probably over a year, and it's just difficult to not be out there with your teammates. But once I started to get back in the swing of things and playing catch after like 6 or how many months it is, but I started to realize that I'll be able to come back, and it actually helped out. I started throwing harder after that, so it was a blessing.
All right, now we're in a day and age where many athletes, no matter the sport, are either leaving college early or even forgoing college completely to take a chance in the big leagues. But you stayed your 4 years at High Point, so how do you think that has benefited you in the long run? And what played into your decision to stay at the college level for 4 years?
I think it had to do with just being able to say that I graduated. I haven't yet. I still have 4 more classes to go, but it's a huge role staying all 4 years to just get that degree. It's something you work hard for, but I'm planning on going back to school as soon as I can and finishing that up. But I think I didn't have enough experience playing only 2 years out of those 3 years, so I did not want to leave after my regular junior year, so I decided to leave after my redshirt junior year. But it was a huge role, especially with the good group of guys that the team at High Point had, and I really wanted to stay with those guys.
So obviously it worked out well for you, but we've seen scenarios where, especially in basketball, where people have left after their first year of college and have gone to the NBA and they're just not prepared for it. So clearly staying in college for a couple years gets you more prepared for the big leagues. Now, in early June in 2013, which is when you were taken 14th round by the Rays, on a day that seemed to have all of Castleton huddling around their television set, take me through your thoughts on draft day and even the weeks before, and who was the first person you called after hearing you're heading to the big leagues?
It was a very strange day. I had a lot of calls from different teams, and on the second day, I was actually told that I was going to be drafted by the Rays in somewhere before the 10th round, and it kind of fell out. So that was very disappointing to hear. But I actually did not even hear my name be called over the TV when we were watching because I was busy. I got a little fed up with seeing other people going before me, but I was at home with my parents, and I think the first person I called was my girlfriend, actually.
All right, so you were there with your family, which is also a great time. You know, in the Rays organization, you have pitched for a number of teams while working your way up to AAA, where you are now. But one game that you probably remember very well is when you pitched as a member of the Hudson Valley Renegades against the Valley Cats at Joe Bruno Stadium. So you were back home pitching out to Joe, pitching in front of friends, family, the Castleton community, and the entire Capital Region. What did that game mean to you?
It was unreal. I mean, to see that many people there just coming out to support me, it was a great experience. I didn't have one of my best games. I wish I could have that back and done a lot better, but it was awesome seeing everyone out there supporting me and cheering me on.
And after the Renegades, you moved on to the Single-A Bowling Green Hot Rods, but perhaps your best season was last year for the Montgomery Biscuits. Jaime, you went 9-5 with a 3.67 ERA and led the league in strikeouts with 168 of them. And on top of all that, you were selected in the AA All-Star team. You even faced some big league names in the MLB right now, such as Kyle Schwarber and Miguel Sano. What did that do for you mentally last year on the bump? And, I mean, you faced players who are tearing it up in the big leagues right now, and you were successful against them.
Yeah, it definitely gave me a huge confidence boost, especially to face the guys that have such impact in the MLB. I mean, as soon as the end of that year. So it was a great experience, and I was happy to have that under my belt now.
And you were one of a couple Capital Region stars who got invited to spring training this year, and you got to hang with Rays players like Evan Longoria, Chris Archer, and you mentioned that Chris helped you with your command because that's something that you guys have both struggled with in the past, and you were on the MLB Snapchat a couple times and were all over Twitter. How big of an honor was it to be invited there? I mean, this is something that every little kid dreams of.
I know, it's exactly what you just said. It's my dream, and just to be able to go out with those guys and talk to them as they are my teammates instead of looking up to them as a figure that you watch every day and you obsess over is like out of this world. And it's just an honor to be up there and to get their assistance and have to take on what they say to you. It's just great.
Is it kind of surreal to think that one day they could be your actual teammates for years to come?
Yeah, it really is, and I hope when that day comes, I can just kind of relax a little bit and take it in and not be over the edge, because I feel like I kind of would be.
So what did that experience show you about the change in work ethic and professionalism that it takes to be successful day in and day out? I mean, these guys are in front of the cameras 24/7. It seems that if you slip up once, your name will be all over the news for days. So what did that show you?
I mean, it just shows you how professional they are, and you just have to go about your business and worry about what you can control every day. And if that's going out and working hard, or if that's talking to the media and figuring out ways to support your teammates, I mean, you got to do it, and they do that in and out every day.
Yep. So if I could compare you to anyone in the MLB right now, I would have to go with Marcus Stroman due to the fact that you both have extreme firepower and tenacity on the mound, and both of you have shown that you don't have to be the biggest guy out there to dominate. Who would you compare yourself to?
I don't really know. I don't think I would compare myself. I like to think that I'm an individual, you know. So I don't know. I can't really compare myself to anyone.
Now, if you can, give me your favorite memory from every level of baseball you've played. So start us off with East Greenbush, Castleton Little League, and work your way up from there.
East Greenbush, I would have to say, going to states and playing in Little League tournaments. High school, probably obviously state. College, I think my first collegiate pitching debut, I was pretty nervous. That was an awesome experience. And then as far as being here, I think so far my first AAA game is pretty incredible.
Now, Schultz is currently 2-1 overall with a 3.86 ERA and 25 strikeouts in 4 appearances with the Durham Bulls, the AAA affiliate of the Tampa Bay Rays. Jaime, how have you improved from last year to this year?
I think I've obviously, working with the big league guys, I think I've improved my accuracy, honestly. I'm starting to throw every pitch where I want to, and if I'm struggling, I can make an adjustment pretty quick. So I'm pretty happy to say how far I've come so far.
Jaime Schultz, Maple Hill graduate and Tampa Bay Rays organization pitcher. Thanks for coming on the show, and best of luck down the road. We're all rooting for you here in Castleton.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.